Hello, my name is Cynthia Sincere, and I'm an astrologer and holistic coach. Today we're going to talk about Moon in Virgo. Moon is the planet that rules our emotions, our feelings, our inner world. It tells a lot about the way we tend to look at the world from our inner lenses. Also, it tells a lot about the type of habits we tend to have and the type of childhood we had, especially the type of mother. So when the moon is in Virgo, it will give these people a quality of being very analytical, pragmatic, rational, very prone to see things through their mind, through their own emotions through their mind. They will also be very organized, structured, disciplined, and will like to see this in their own lives. Also, another thing is that they tend to be very oriented towards health and well-being and towards the perspective of trying to improve the world, servicing others, helping other people through practical, pragmatical means. And also the advice, they can also be good in advising others in terms of practical sense. They will be described as being practical, rational, analytical, good at debates. They will have a kind of a very good sense of logic. They will be service-oriented, detailed, thinkers, and with a really strong sense of order and routine. They won't be the type of people that will be very expressive about their emotions, very reactive or very emotional in terms of expressing this. They will actually run away from overly displaying emotionally, and also sometimes even public displays of affection, because they like to feel that they are in control of their own emotions. They are also quite reliable people and hardworking, very disciplined and trustworthy. They like to feel that they are productive, efficient, that they have little routines, a kind of a predictability to life, to the next thing, knowing what comes next. They are quite consistent in keeping the same thing going for a long period of time. They love their routines, their little things, and they also tend to be quite prone to neatness, to being very clean, to have a sense of purity in their lives and around them. They love to create a sense of orderliness around themselves. And they are also quite good in providing practical answers to situations. This is usually how they show that they care for other people, by giving kind of a more practical advice to them and telling them what to do in a pragmatic sense that will fix their problem, and not so much with this kind of touchy-feely sense of affection. And also they tend to be quite private, quite introverted people. Instead of being kind of center stage and loud, they will prefer actually to stay kind of in the background than in being in the limelight. And they will not be the type of people who are superly emotional or very kind of verbally trying to express a lot emotionally, but instead of this, the way they try to uplift other people is usually by providing solutions and practical things that they can implement. So you might be guessing by now what's the Virgo superpower, the Moon in Virgo superpower. This is their pragmatic sense that they can also mix with this trying to help other people, with this tendency of helping others, of servicing others. Virgo moons can actually be super resilient when they see something is wrong and they're fighting for something that is right and defending others. This desire to service others. And so Moon in Virgo can actually bring quite a big positive change to the world with this pragmatic sense and desire to help others, because they will not be the type of person who will just be talking. They will actually be the person doing, and structuring a pathway to bring solutions, practical solutions to the world. On the shadow side, the moon in Virgo can be quite critical of others and themselves. They overthink and they are prone to mental stress. They will be worriers, hypochondriacs, being in their head too much in trying to fix things in a level that they believe they need to achieve, a certain level of perfectionism, many times becoming obsessed in reaching perfection in a kind of this obsessive manner, like focusing too much on one little thing or even becoming obsessed with neatness and order, micromanaging things instead of looking at the whole and seeing the whole situation. Sometimes thinking, oh, there's this little problem I need to fix, and I'm not resting until this is fixed. And then they forget about everything else that also matters. Moon in Virgo also can be really, really sensitive to criticism and can also suffer from low self esteem. They can be prone to issues with their digestion because they tend to be worriers, they tend to worry too much. And so, being too much in their mind and too much worried about little things. In relationships, they look for partners that are calm, peaceful, freer, artistic, that can bring an ease and a more creative, dreamy quality, spontaneous, light nature to their life. It's almost as if there's this kind of a compliment to them because Moon in Virgo tends to be so much in their minds. So this kind of lightness helps them also to kind of calm down. And also, they like to be with someone who is more expressive emotionally, that can do more of the emotional expression, because Moon in Virgos are not so much expressive. And also, that does not destroy their discipline, the routine that they are so accustomed to. And so, how the Moon in Virgo will express back is not usually through an emotional sense of being, but much more through this kind of more pragmatic, solution seeking type of attitude towards their loved ones. But they can lend also a lot of groundedness to the people that they care, to the people that they love. And so they will not be so much expressive. Don't expect Moon in Virgos to be so much emotionally expressive. But once they've established a secure relationship with someone, they can actually be a bit more intimate and show a little bit more closeness. And so, if you want to spark the interest of a Moon in Virgo, some of the things that you can do is you can provide a certain sense of calmness, of ease, of being, of lightness, of joy, of spontaneity, something that takes them off their super overactive brain. To be more chill, to give them a more chilled way, and to actually take them off this hyper criticizing, meticulous, worrying tendency that Moon in Virgo has. Show that you are responsible, reliable, but you also can be more open about your feelings and emotions. Don't expect so much the Moon in Virgo to be that. They actually will be grateful that if you do more of the emotional expression, and appreciate to be with someone that is more like that, more spontaneous. Also, avoid going into arguments with the Moon in Virgo and trying to prove them wrong, because they will kill you with their logic. They're very logic, and with their overthinking and super analytical power, they will prove you wrong almost for sure, even if you're right. Also, help them see their own beauty, because the Moon in Virgo tends to struggle a lot with their self esteem. Maybe they will reach a certain age where this won't be a problem, but usually it's a tendency that they do have. So, if you're Moon in Virgo and you want to be at your emotional best, some of the things that you can do are things like meditation to help you calm your mind for so much overthinking and criticism. Things like being in nature and doing yoga and getting massages or going to a spa, allowing yourself to take a break from the routine and from this overthinking mind, over analysis mind, analytical mind. And so, going to a spa, which is also connected to health and well being, you can also do something like volunteering for groups or associations where you can get going and helping in an active way, in a practical way, other people. But make sure that it will not bring you to a place of worrying too much or being overwhelmed in your mind too much about others. And a pet as well, if you can get a pet or borrow a pet for someone and do some petting, this will also be quite positive for you. And that's it. That's all I had to say today for the moon in Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please let me know your love. Show me your love by pressing like in the button below, and let us know, are you a moon in Virgo? Do you know someone with the moon in Virgo? And do you know any tips or any kind of tricks that I did not mention in this video that can improve the quality of a moon in Virgo, the quality of life of a moon in Virgo? So if you feel that this video described you in any way, please let me know below, or let me know of more things I have not mentioned. And also, if you want to have any astrological consultations or even holistic coaching, please check me out at cynthiasincere.com. If you subscribe to my website, you will get some free gifts that are kind of a surprise. And please subscribe to this channel so you are aware of more videos to come. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Thank you.